Virtuous Individual Black Excellence. Centuries ago, melanated people were known as royalty. Later down the timeline, we were taken out of Africa, put on ships to travel into unknown territory and become enslaved. Captured, mistreated, refused to be seen as virtuous, individual, black excellence. It's time to gain our reputation back. It's time to continue the dreams of Mansa Musa and Cleopatra, who defined royalty, wealth, and power in Africa. But most importantly, we will complete the dreams that God has for us. We will reign in victory. Y'all ready to V.I.B.E? Because I am. Come on, let's talk with me, your favorite host, Paris Hawk. Let's vibe, baby. Bonjour, it's me, your girl Patty, and this is Let's Talk with Paris Hawk V.I.B.E. Oh my goodness, today is the day, baby. Today is Relaunch Day, and just in case you didn't know, I am your new favorite host. So if you're on, then you're my new favorite viewer, and you are a vibe. You are a virtuous individual, black excellent king and queen, baby. You are black gold. I don't know if you've been told, but you are a vibe. Wow. Y'all, if y'all know what today is, it's July 4th. And it's a special day. The special day is V.I.B.E.'s relaunch. Okay? Y'all, I just want to say, welcome to the show that was created just for us melanated people. Welcome to the show that is going to get your brand, your talent out there. Welcome to the show where we can support each other and where we don't have to be ashamed of who we are. Welcome. Now, can I take a moment to be a little conceited and brag on my African skirt? Ooh, yo, this skirt is a vibe. Can we take a moment to brag on my merchandise? Virtuous Individual Black Excellence. Ooh, that's a vibe. Can we look at the back of the shirt? It says, I am Black Excellence. Ooh, that's a vibe, y'all. I'm going to be saying vibe so many times throughout the show, and no, I'm not sorry. I'm not, okay? Anyways, let me take some time to introduce myself. My name is, as you already know, Paris Hawk. I am a 22-year-old mompreneur. My company is Paris Hawk Productions, LLC, and it specializes in photography, event coordinating, and graphic design services. And, of course, I produce V.I.B.E. Let me tell you a little bit about V.I.B.E. V.I.B.E. was started in 2018 because I was that kid that didn't like clubs. I just wasn't into clubs, and I've never been to one, so sue me. Ooh, I lost my cool points, whatever. But I wanted to create a club, if you want to call it, or you can call it a lounge, for budding entrepreneurs, budding melanated entrepreneurs. I also wanted to create something where we could just get out and have fun. And that's how V.I.B.E. came about. It was started in Huntsville, Alabama, and we had 2 in-person shows. We had caterers, we had poets, singers, dancers, a live band, vendors, and oh my word, we had so much more, and it was so fun. But V.I.B.E. briefly stopped, and that's okay because we have started back up in 2021. And my thing is, as long as you get back up and as long as you start again, you're not a failure. And so to all the people that have started their dreams and then stopped their dreams, congratulations to restarting again. Congratulations, because you are a vibe. You are an inspiration. And I appreciate you setting the example for me and everyone else that aspires to be something, aspires to quit their 9-to-5 job, aspires to be great. And even if you are still waiting to be the person that you aspire to be, look, I'm here to support you. And I'm ready to vibe with you. Anyways, y'all, we have so much in store. We meaning me and God, because God's my co-producer. But yes, we have so much in store for you. And this relaunch show is not the regular show that we're going to have. So you better tune in next Sunday to see what we're really about. This relaunch episode is really just to introduce to you what V.I.B.E is about. It is to introduce to you who I am and my struggles in life and what I've gone through. And so, yeah, that's what it's about. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And if you're here without your crown, I'm going to need you to leave real quick and then go grab your crown and come back, because I only have kings and queens viewing my show, okay? And you are a king. You are a queen. So, anyways, for those who know me, know I talk a lot. So, anyways, we're going to take a brief little break and we are going to come back. And I'm going to tell you my story and be transparent. And yeah, so if you're interested in watching the rest of V.I.B.E, I'll see you in a brief second. If you're a Black business owner, poet, dancer, singer, and more, then please email me at vibeshow18@gmail.com. Again, the email is vibeshow18@gmail.com. Can't wait to feature you. Bye. Hey everyone. It is 12:31, July 4th, 2021, and I am here to say that God has done exactly what he said he would do for me. About a week ago, on Saturday, God told me that I needed to fast. And eventually I'll tell you guys the whole story. But for now, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a story. God told me to fast and only eat fruits and vegetables from last Saturday till the relaunch of my show. And I really didn't want to, because it's like, I love to eat. If you know me, I love to eat. And it's crazy, because when you follow what God says, when you follow the path that he has for you instead of following the path that you have for yourself, he will do everything that he can to bestow blessings upon you. And can I just say, wow, my God is so wow, y'all. As you know, my name is Paris Hawk, and I am 22 years old. I've recorded this video
about my testimony several times. And I wanted it to be like picture perfect. But you know, sometimes things can't be picture perfect. Sometimes things have to be just in the moment. And so as I'm sitting here thinking about going upstairs to cuddle with my baby boy who I haven't seen all day, I decided to sit on the couch and tell you guys that God really is real. In Matthew chapter 17, verse 20, it says that if your faith is as small as a mustard seed, then with God, mountains can be moved. And that means that with God, whatever trial and tribulation you're going through, He will fix it. Whether it's hardship on school, a relationship going downhill, financial issues, business issues, whatever you're going through, God can fix it. And He really has. For those of you that don't know, I'm a single mom to a beautiful, beautiful, handsome baby boy, my twin. And raising him is really hard. A few weeks ago, I went on a business trip. And while in Texas, God told me to quit my job. Now, God's been telling me to quit my job for quite some time. And He's been telling me to focus on my business. But did I listen? No. I kept getting different jobs that would pay more. I kept getting different jobs that would give me benefits. And I just really wanted to support my child. My child's father went MIA when my son was 2 months. And that really hurt me because I didn't want to be a single mom. I didn't want to raise him alone. And I thought, how could I raise my child without a father? But the thing is, my child has a father. His name is Jesus. And when my son was 6 months, God actually started placing this vision, this dream in my head that I was going to succeed and that I was also going to have hardships. I was also going to have roadblocks. And the road wouldn't be easy. I would fail sometimes. But as long as I trusted and had faith as small as a mustard seed, I would be able to get up and I would be able to push through whatever circumstance that I might have. So, like I said, when my son was 6 months, God told me to stop working, stop pursuing other jobs, and start focusing on Him. And I'm like, God, how? How am I going to do that? I want to get my son and I a place to call our own. At the time, I was living in my mom's place, and that was really hard because, you know, I had went from living outside of her house to living back in her house. And, well, just let me be transparent real quick before I even go about my story. Throughout my life, I have gone through a lot of hardships. One of the hardships was I failed 9th and 10th grade, but I still graduated on time. Another hardship is I was molested not once, but twice in high school. That was really hard. Another hardship was I had thoughts of hurting myself. because I just didn't understand what my purpose was for this world, why I was always able to be the shoulder that someone else leaned on, but I didn't ever have that proper shoulder to lean on. My dad died when I was 10. I began to have chronic body pain. I mean, I've always had a body pain, but it got really bad in high school. And I was in and out of the ER. And even when I got to college was really hard for me because I have learning disabilities. I have ADHD and I have a little dyslexia. And it was really hard for me. And even in college, I had so much body pain that sometimes I could not get up out of bed. And, life wasn't always hard. I had accomplishments. I used to act. I have had 2 bands that I led. I used to preach different places and speak different places. And I just was able to accomplish so much. I was a youth leader in my church, and I helped out with homeless ministries. Y'all, God has blessed me with so much. And the thing is, throughout all those blessings, I was helping others, but I still couldn't find my purpose. But now I'm realizing that my purpose was actually in helping people, and that I had to go through things in order to help people, because sometimes God puts you through things so that you can be able to learn how to help others, because sometimes you can handle things that other people cannot handle. But that's not all that I went through. In 2018, I committed sexual sin and broke my abstinence because I got with the guy that God did not mean for me. And I ended up marrying him because I thought that God was mad at me. I felt like I broke the promise that God had for me. And so when I married him, it all went downhill. Now, he was already cheating on me and verbally, physically abusive while we were dating, but I guess because of the things I went through in life, I thought that, okay, well, he must love me. And the thing is, when you are in toxic environments, you tend to go towards toxic behavior. And so, like I said, I married him and he was still cheating on me. He was still verbally and physically abusive. That's a whole nother story for another time of what I went through with him. And I'm not saying this to shame anyone, because I forgive him. I genuinely forgive him. And I genuinely pray that God blesses his life. But what happened hurt. And my life kind of started to fall apart again throughout that situation. I even remember finding him at someone's house cheating on me, not once, but twice. I remember the messages, I remember the pictures, I just remember everything. And I'm like, God, why would you allow me to marry someone that did this for me? But God kept giving me so many outs to leave. In January of 2019, I got pregnant with my handsome baby boy. And when I was 3 months pregnant, I told him that I was leaving him. I was divorcing him, and he told me that if I left, he would not see me or my child anymore. He would disappear. I didn't believe him, but I said, my child's not going to grow up without a father, so I stayed. I stayed and still endured the abuse. I remember at 3 months pregnant, he held me down for a simple key because I wouldn't give it to him. And I blamed myself for that still, because I'm like, I could have just gave it to him. But no, I shouldn't have blamed myself because he shouldn't have put his hands on me. Going down the line, I decided to name my child, instead of his name, I decided to name my child Paxton. Paxton means peace. My child's full name is Paxton Walter Hawk, and it means a peaceful ruler that flies high and touches the sky. And I did that on purpose because my child was going to have a purpose. And I wasn't going to look at my child as a mistake just because I was with someone that treated me wrong. I was going to look at my child as someone that gave me peace, someone that gave me a purpose, someone that gave me life. And my child does give me life. I wanted to name my child after something he would become. I knew that my child would bring peace to this world and bring life and joy to this world. And so I named him Paxton Walter Hawk. Paxton means peace, Walter means ruler, and Hawk is a bird, and it flies high and touches the sky. And so Paxton Walter Hawk, a peaceful ruler that flies high and touches the sky. And he didn't believe that I was going to divorce him. He actually, that's just a whole nother story for another time. But I told him when my son was 2 months that I was serious about divorcing him. And ever since then, he's been MIA. I've heard from him every now and then. But ever since in December of 2020, when I told him that the judge granted me full custody and divorce because he went MIA, he hasn't talked to me ever since. So, again, I was like, God, how am I supposed to quit my job? I'm a single mom. I get no child support. I get no help except for my mom and brother. And gosh, there's so much of my story to tell. But God told me to start traveling and staying different places for certain amounts of time and to promote my business. And y'all, it is 12:45 in the morning. I'm sorry, I'm tired. But God told me it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay because I got your back, daughter. I'm never turning back on you. And I got a job in February, and I said, God, I'm going to use this to fund my business. I'm going to work minimum 15 hours a week. And God said, okay, do that. Fund your business. And so I did that. But I started trying to overwork and started doing more hours than what God told me to do. And in that time, God took it away from me. For 3 months, this job did not pay me. I worked from home. I was able to take care of my son from home. And for 3 months, this job did not pay me. I still did not see that God was testing me to see what I would do. And God told me once again, focus on your business. Because if you don't, I'll take this away from you. And then I had my life coach help me out. And she even said, quit. So many people told me to quit, but I was like, why? God doesn't want me to fail. Why would he want me to quit? Anyways, long story short, in June of 2021, I finally decided to quit because I'm like, I'm not going to let people take advantage of me. This is ridiculous. You keep saying you're going to pay me and I'm getting paid late. Why would I keep working for a company that keeps paying me late? Felt like it was empty promises. Now, they did end up giving me the money, but months down the line. But I realized something, that even through the circumstances, God still sustained me. Even through the storm, even through the rain, even through me being broke, my account overflowed with thousands of dollars. And I didn't understand why God was blessing me, why he was helping me out so much, why he kept sustaining me through the storm. Keep in mind, I wasn't getting paid for months. I get no child support. No one gave me money, but still God blessed me. Through me working through my business and through me trading foreign exchange, God still sustained me. And so I quit my job in Texas. I was there for a business trip. And I was also staying with my cousin. Shout out to her. Her and I had a conversation. And I feel like God led her to tell me some things. And in that moment, I quit. And after I quit, I felt a sense of relief. You see, sometimes it's not about the financial blessings, but it's about the blessings in other ways that God can give you. Because when I quit, I began being blessed with peace. I began being blessed with opportunities. I began being blessed in so many ways. God sustained me. In 2 Kings chapter 4, God talks about the woman in the Bible who lost her husband and who owed a great debt. But she went to the prophet, I believe his name is Elijah, and she went to him, and he told her to gather as many jars as she can and pour the little bit of oil into those jars, and he would bless, meaning God would bless her with oil. And she doubted God, but as she began to pour, blessings overflowed. See, God didn't bless her with a financial blessing at the moment. He blessed her with a financial blessing in the end. And instead, he blessed her with oil. And, oh, my hair's stuck in my bracelet. We're going to get that out later. Well, anyways. But yeah. So, I don't know why that's stuck. Okay, that was embarrassing. But, yeah. God basically blessed me. He told me to tell my story. And he told me to go on this fruit fast. And he told me, I have an oil bottle that I need to show you guys later. My son's waking up upstairs, so I have to go get him. But long story short, God blessed me. My account went into negative $1.39 by the time I went to Bible study. And as of today, a week and a day later, I have over $500 in my account. There's so much I need to tell you guys about why this is a huge blessing for me. Also, at that Bible study, I've only had one episode of body pain. I normally have body pain every single day. The Bible study group prayed and placed their hands over me and my son. My son had a problem between his knee and his hip. And as of that Monday after Bible study, God, I have to show out the x-rays. We're going to have to do a part 2 because it's already 20 minutes long. But the x-rays show that there's no problem in his body. His knee and hip is fixed. My body pains, I've only had body pains one time. I normally have body pains almost every day. They laid their hands over me. They prayed over me, y'all. God is so good. My business is flourishing. I gained 3 clients yesterday, Saturday, July 3rd. Actually 4. God is just so good. You can't expect God to bless you if you don't see him in the small things. So just trust and see that the Lord is good and his mercy endureth forever. Anyways, I gotta go get my son. Thanks for listening, and just know that God is real. Bye, everyone. Be blessed. And remember, you are a V.I.B.E. You are a virtuous individual, black, excellent king and queen. You are royalty. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You guys may think it's stupid that I had to quit my job, but there's a part 2 coming. Thanks for listening, and have a good night. Bye.
What's up, everybody? It is now the end of our first episode of V.I.B.E, and sadly, I've been having some technical issues Things just aren't uploading. Things aren't recording right. And so I just decided to do an audio recording while God has this message on my heart. First of all, I want to say thank you for listening to my story, and thank you for, allowing me to be transparent. God told me that if I listen to his still, calm voice, then he will lead me in the right direction. God told me that if I allow my mess to be turned into a masterpiece, then he will bless me. So much so that my blessings will overflow and I won't be able to keep it to myself. I'll have to share it with the world. And so in me sharing my testimony with you all, God has allowed my blessings to overflow. And yes, the first episode of V.I.B.E was supposed to be uploaded on July 4th, 2021. And today it's July 6th, 2021. And no, I don't have everything together. I hope y'all come back next week because there's going to be an awesome theme song, and we're going to just have so much fun. And I can't wait for what God has in store for V.I.B.E. But God speaks to me, and I hope that whatever God is speaking to you about today, you learn to listen to him. Joseph was in captivity for 14 years, and God told me that I am like Joseph. And he's been telling me that since my son was 6 months old. And like I said, God told me on July 4th, 2021, the things that he has in store for me will be revealed. I will be overfilled with so many blessings that I won't be able to count them. I won't be able to keep them all. And from when my son was 6 months to now, it is 14 months. And if that isn't a coincidence, then I don't know what is. Because that number 14 is a special number. And when I finally learned to listen to God, and when I finally learned to do what he says, even though the people around me think it's crazy, and even though God is currently showing out and doing miracles, they still want to doubt. But the thing is, you can't listen to other people. You have to listen to God. And sometimes God is going to have you to do something crazy. And he's going to have you do some crazy faith. You have to have some crazy faith in order to get those crazy blessings. And so, like I said, when you are listening to God, be sure to have that Matthew chapter 17, verse 20 faith that says, if your faith is as small as a mustard seed, then with God, you can move mountains. You just tell that mountain to move, and it hops from Hawaii to Georgia, from Georgia to Texas, from Africa to China. Okay? You can do it. I believe in you. And so before I go, I'm going to pray us out. And I hope this prayer blesses you today. Heavenly Father, I thank you for allowing us to believe in you and have that Matthew 17:20 faith. And I thank you for allowing us to have our oil overflow, our blessings overflow, like in 2 Kings chapter 4. Where the woman was poor and had nothing and owed a great debt, but you blessed her with jars and oil and it overflowed. And so God, thank you for allowing us to have the chance to redeem ourselves over and over again, even when we don't want to listen. Thank you, God, for allowing us to know when to hear your still voice. Thank you for blessing me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In your mighty name, I pray. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Amen. Psalms 19:14. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And like I said, tune in next week because baby, I want to vibe with you. I want to V.I.B.E. Don't forget you are our virtuous individual black excellent king and queen, baby. You are royalty. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. This show is produced by Paris Hawk Productions, LLC.